Hey friends, thanks so much for your interest in the Under Deck Oasis deck drainage system. We really appreciate it. And we want to make getting your quote as simple as possible. So with that in mind, we've created this video to show you how with as little as 4 photos we can quote your under deck ceiling. We do also require a sketch of your deck, but we'll be covering that in a separate video. The better your photos and sketch are up front, the more accurately and quickly we can quote your deck project, which can actually save you money in the long run. Alright, so we are out here on site in this beautiful backyard. We have sort of a unique situation here where we have this dual deck structure happening, but we're mostly going to be focusing on this little deck here in front just to give you guys the instruction of what we're looking for these photos. But before we do that, I want to give you just some general tips on how to take the photos. So first of all, you don't need a pro camera to do this, just a regular modern cell phone, which pretty much everybody has now. What you want to do is turn your phone sideways so that you're in landscape mode like this, and make sure you're not on any kind of wide angle or fisheye setting. You want to place your camera usually about chest height and angled up slightly so that you can see the rim of the deck, and also the underside of the deck should be the majority of the photo. Okay, so for your first photo, you'll want to be all the way to one side of the deck like I am here. The goal of the photo should be to get the whole projection of the deck from the house all the way out to the edge, and also a nice clear view of underneath the deck. Now your second photo, you'll want to be here, out in front of the deck, so you can clearly see the whole deck width from side to side, and also again making sure that we can see the whole underside of the deck. So your third photo is going to be here, where I am now, on the opposite side of the deck that you did the first one. Again, clearly showing the entire projection of the deck from the house out to the end, and also a nice clear shot of the underside of the deck. So for your fourth photo, you want to be underneath the deck with your back toward the house. Once again, you're doing your best to show the entire width of the deck. Sometimes that isn't going to be possible, so it's okay if you need to take more than one photo here. The main thing is to just not show us a close-up of deck joists without any relation to the rest of the deck. So there's a couple more photos that can be really helpful to us in quoting your deck. One of those is a photo that shows the roof line of the house all the way down to the ground. Another photo we like to see is what's happening underneath the deck at the ground level. This can be important to us for installation purposes. So those are really the basic photos that we require to quote your deck, but there are more that you'll need depending on your situation. We also want to see photos of anything that could be considered unique about your deck, such as stairs, angles and miters, unique post-construction, those kind of things. This deck really doesn't have any of those things besides the cantilever area, but we're going to put in some examples for you here. And also, please grab a photo of anything that might be considered an obstacle. Some examples of these might be things like vents, wires, abnormal construction, or even if you have rotting or decaying joists. Anything you think is relevant to us. In general, we're asking you to use good judgment and provide us with anything you think we might need to be made aware of. And one more tip, if you think it might be helpful, please feel free to consider shooting a video of the underside of the deck and explain what we're looking at while you're doing it. You can use the upload fields on our contact form at underdeckoasis.com, or if there are too many or the files are too large, you can always email that stuff to info@underdeckoasis.com. Just be sure to include your name and address in that email. Hey, thank you for watching this. We know there are tons of other options for your under deck drainage system, but we are confident that Under Deck Oasis is truly the best in the country. Stay tuned for another video on creating your deck sketch. We'll catch you next time.